Hey guys, Movie Junkie for Life here, and this is going to be my better late than never review of Wind River. Wind River is written and directed by Taylor Sheridan and stars Jeremy Renner and Elizabeth Olsen. And it tells a story of a tracker and hunter played by Jeremy Renner who, while he's out doing his job, comes upon the dead body of a young Native American woman. And the FBI is called in, and they only send one lone agent who is very young, inexperienced, but very determined, played by Elizabeth Olsen. And due to a tragedy that has occurred in his life, he's willing to help her track and hunt and find out who did this horrible thing to this young woman. So, Wind River. This is a movie I wanted to see for some time now, but with new things coming out every week, I kind of missed it early on, and I only recently got a chance to sit down and watch it. And I'm glad I did. First of all, I love the look of this film. You know, you see movies like this, like Fargo, for instance, that's set in these very cold, wintry towns. But I think visually this movie is very beautiful to look at. And it's almost like a sad type of opposite in that is so much beauty that surrounds this place, you know, and yet there's a lot of darkness that's going on in this town because they do have a Native American population here that nobody seems to care about, you know. This movie is actually loosely based on real events, and I didn't even know there is no missing persons database for Native American women, and that's very, very sad and very, very, very disconcerting to learn. But like I said, this movie looks really good. There's a lot of long open fields covered in pristine white snow. Even the night shots is quite beautiful. But there is this air of loneliness. And I thought the director and writer, Taylor Sheridan, whom I wasn't really familiar with before I saw this movie until I realized I did know who he was. He's actually the deputy chief on Sons of Anarchy. And he starred in Hell or High Water as well as a cowboy. I guess he's done a lot more acting than he's done. He actually did some writing on Sicario as well, one of my favorite movies. So I guess he's a really well-rounded guy, and he does an awesome directing job here. Especially with the fact that Jeremy Renner is a good actor. He's a very good actor. Elizabeth Olsen, she's one of my favorites. But Jeremy Renner is an actor that, me personally, it's very hard for me to see him in a role and not think, there's Jeremy Renner. Here, he disappears into this role. He is so good here, and it's just he's so vulnerable, yet you know he's strong and he's kind. And I honestly forgot I was looking at Jeremy Renner, and same sense goes for Elizabeth Olsen, but I've always known she's an amazing actress. But you know, I forget. I'm not sitting there and I'm not thinking, hey, there's Hawkeye and Scarlet Witch. You know, they really did very well in these roles, and their characters here are the characters in this movie. And I think that's the biggest compliment you can pay any actors, when you say they've completely disappeared into a role and you forget who you're looking at. So huge kudos to them and everybody else involved in this film. The story is it's a whodunit mystery, but it's done, I think the pacing is perfect because the movie handles different things like grief and all those sorts of things while they're dealing with this thriller suspense of who killed this woman or how did she die. And honestly, I didn't really see it coming when they finally revealed the whodunit. It's not something that you really see coming, even though it's a bit, not obvious is not the word I'm looking for, but maybe a tad predictable if you think about it, because it's very true to life, sad to say. But overall, I think Wind River is an excellent thriller. I love movies like this. I love suspense thrillers. And while this movie is a slower paced thriller than most, it takes that time to let us fall in love with this cast of characters, to let us actually care for these people. Even this young woman who we don't really spend much time with. We see her through the eyes of the people who have loved her and lost her. And you see how that grief affects everybody. And this movie is also very much focused on grief and how important it is not to forget the people we love, but to remember them and to embrace the pain, so to speak, and the ending of this movie shows that a lot. I quite love how this movie is all around. I think this is an excellent film. I'm glad I saw it, and I highly recommend, if you haven't seen Wind River, definitely give it a go. I'm giving it an 8 out of 10. And there's not much else to say, but you should definitely check this one out, especially if this type of genre is right up your alley, or if you want to see Jeremy Renner in something different from what he's been doing recently. Go check out Wind River. And I'm giving it an 8 out of 10. And that's going to be it for me, guys. So until next time, bye bye.